It like hurts a little bit, but in a good way. Honestly, it's very satisfying getting your aggressions out. It's like a stress ball. This is the laziest, happiest little pie you could make, and it is easily one of the most popular Genius recipes of all time. It's called Atlantic Beach Pie from Bill Smith, and the first thing you'll notice is that you do not make a pie crust. You're going to take saltine crackers and crush them up. I feel like Wonder Woman or the Hulk, just turning things to dust. In some ways, it's even better than a homemade pie crust because it brings its own textures. They're flaky already, they bring their own salt. So to balance the salt, there's just a little bit of sugar, and then you get to knead this softened butter in to make your dough. It's about to get all squished and messy. So I think the butter's all worked in pretty well. When I squeeze it together, it holds into clumpy-ish dough. And I can just press it into my pie pan. Bill Smith, who's the longtime chef at Cook's Corner in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, grew up eating pies with cracker crusts all along the North Carolina coast. Usually they would be a cracker crust like this with a citrusy filling and then meringue on top. But then he did his own spin on it by putting whipped cream and salt on top, which is even lazier and, in my opinion, even better. This is definitely gonna look scraggly, but I honestly think that's one of the things that people love about it so much. All you're looking for is just making sure the crust is like packed in as much as you can, and then this gets chilled for about 15 minutes to set up more, and then you bake it until it's golden brown, like 18 minutes or so. So that is what you're looking for when you're par baking. And now it's time to make the filling, which is just 3 ingredients. Sweetened condensed milk, a whole can of it. We need 4 egg yolks. And you'll probably notice this is a lot like a lot of key lime pie recipes. It's very similar. Okay, then the last ingredient goes in for the filling. Lemon or lime juice. Here we're using lemon. The lemon juice and the dairy are gonna do that thing that we've seen a bunch of times before, where the citrus helps the dairy kind of thicken up a little bit, and then the egg yolks will take it the rest of the way to set up into a custardy filling. Mixing those 3 ingredients, we just made a custard. That's Atlantic Beach Pie. It just has to bake and set up a little bit and then cool off completely, and you have a really happy, lazy summer pie. So there's our pie. That all happened way too fast because I still have more to tell you about this pie, because this humble little cracker crusted pie has had such a life of its own after Bill Smith invented it. It initially was published on NPR on All Things Considered, and it just went crazy. It has gone so far that when I published it in Genius Desserts, Bill Smith wrote to me and said, "Thank you for publishing that stupid pie." He calls it that stupid pie because basically once he invented this pie, it's all anyone can talk about. He is an incredibly talented chef, and he's done so many other cool things. So I implore you to make this pie, but also go see all the other things that Bill Smith has done. Go to Cook's Corner and eat his food. This is the part where Bill really deviated from the ones that he'd had as a kid that had meringue. This is the simpler and I think even better version. So you could leave it just like that if you wanted to. Or you could take your spoon and just kind of have some fun with it. Does that look pretty perfectly imperfect? And then salt. This whipped cream is unsweetened too. So you've got salty, buttery, toasty crust, sweet, tart middle, and then cold, creamy top, and big flakes of salt. It's a little bit like a margarita, and it's one reason why this pie is so good in summer, why it's called Atlantic Beach Pie, but you really should not limit yourself to making it just in the summer. It's gonna be a big old mess, and that's exactly what you want out of a beach pie, especially the first slice. So you can kind of see and hear the custardy layer in the middle. I've done a good job of completely cloaking it in whipped cream, so you can't see it from here. That's the stuff. It was really good. So So if you want more genius recipes, you should definitely like this video and subscribe to our channel. But we are gonna be taking a little bit of a break through the summer, which has a little something to do with this right here, in case you hadn't noticed. But we are gonna be back with so much great new stuff in the fall. So please come back and wish me luck.